Hello and welcome to Inside Line. This week we look at Toyota's plans to rev up its image with a tiny hot hatch. We also preview the new Thai-built Ford Fiesta and look at a Kia off-roader that's been tuned by a local rally expert. But first, Richard, what's this Toyota Pocket Rocket all about?
Well, this car appeared at the auto salon in January in Japan, but no one really thought that it was going to be built. But apparently, according to the overseas websites, Toyota's pushing ahead with plans for the car, and it's a rear-wheel drive front-engine car, which is a very unusual combination for Toyota to put in a hot hatch.
And would be unusual to see probably on local roads. Australia, sort of Toyotas are not really renowned for their sort of sporty appeal.
They're trying to change that, though. I mean, we've got the FT86, which is a joint venture with Subaru coming up in a couple of years, and we've also got rumours that they're going to revive the Supra nameplate, which was obviously a huge hit in Australia when it was around.
Yeah, well, we all loved that in the 80s, so
absolutely.
It'd be good to see that again. Now, while we're on the topic of fun-to-drive hatches, there's some big news for Ford's little Fiesta. The Blue Oval has announced an expanded lineup for its city car later this year. And Richard, it should help to make the Fiesta more competitive against the likes of the Mazda 2 and the Toyota Yaris.
It should do it. They get a sedan version. They also get a new 1.6 litre for the automatic, which has held them back in the past because they've had a 1.4 litre engine that's really a little bit underdone. So all of that and some safety upgrades, which, as you say, will help level the playing field with the Mazda 2.
Yeah, and that 1.4 litre auto really was the Achilles heel of the Fiesta range, because otherwise it's a terrific car, really good to drive. Yeah. Good equipment.
No, absolutely. The 1.4 was just is a breathless little thing, and it didn't do the Fiesta any favours. I would see Fiesta really ramping up their sales when they move to this Thai base. It gives them. They don't have to pay the tariff because of the free trade agreement. It's also a lower cost manufacturing base, so I reckon they can kick some goals with the Fiesta.
Yeah, better value. Yep. Now, from Fords built in Thailand to Kias tuned by Australians, it seems the Korean car maker's new Sportage soft-roader has benefited from some local knowledge. Richard, tell us more.
Well, what's happened is that Kia's actually gone to a local rally expert, Graham Gambold, who used to work with Toyota Team Rally. And he's retuned their suspension to give it a bit more of a feel that Australians are looking for, which is obviously, like the Europeans, a little bit better handling, and also a bit better in the suspension as well.
And they'll be very welcome because, Kias, again, like Hyundai's, they've always been fantastic value, but as a sort of, exciting to drive factor hasn't really been there.
That's right, and interesting you mentioned Hyundai because they're apparently doing it as well with Rick Bates, who was also part of the Toyota team racing. So it seems like this Aussie ingenuity is starting to really catch on overseas. We've got Ford heavily involved in a new pickup for the world markets. We've got Toyota working on the new Hilux, and we've got Holden obviously have done their work on the Chevy Camaro.
Yeah, well, it seems more car makers are tapping into Australian know-how.
That's right, and there's plenty of it to go around.
Oh, well, that's it for Inside Line this week. We'll see you again next week. But in the meantime, for all your motoring news and car reviews, log on to Drive.com.au.